Hiya, my name's Nick. Welcome to the Bear's Paws. What can I get you? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you let me know? How are we? Are we alright? Who have we got in? Kirsty, how you doing? How's things? You okay? Mandy? What's happening there? Steve-O, how's things, bud? And Ali? How's it going, yeah, right? You can see me and hear me. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Cheers. There's always something. The rim light. You never go far without rim lights. Come on, Botrix, jump in. Wake up, wake up. You can actually see the tune title, okay. Well, I've done as best as I can with that. Might not be great, but hopefully it'll be working. Hopefully. Hopefully. Ali, you're on anti-duty, so you'll be multitasking. That's fine, don't worry about that. We're all multitasking. Yes, fucking I hate this. You are now live on your channel, I know. I'm here looking at the bloody thing. Soft bastard and stupid bloody emails. Right, so Botrix has joined the channel. I did link in earlier, didn't I? I logged in earlier, but you never know with this, it's an absolute pain in the arse at times. So how are we doing? How's things? We all alright? We all had a glorious weekend so far. I haven't. My weekend seems to have just disappeared, to be honest with you. If I had to write something about it, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have to write anything apart from I had to pick my daughter up at stupid o'clock this morning. Say stupid o'clock this morning. She rang me just after 4 o'clock this morning. The little video that I did earlier on, the little music video, that was filmed this morning at 4:30, which was mad, to be honest with you. It was so light. Pointing towards the east, you could see the sunrise. It was absolutely incredible. Peaceful so far, all good. Mandy, you are ranting about bins. That's what you're supposed to do, aren't you? That's what you do when you live in a suburban town and nothing much happens. Scream out the bins. They're ruining the fucking bins, lah. Weather's been fairly good. It looked it this morning, but then I didn't get to sleep till after 6, so I was lying in bed until at least 12:30, 1 o'clock I think it was, and I'm still shattered now. My voice isn't working properly, but apart from that, mustn't grumble. Is that the right? Yeah, it is the right one, isn't it? Bank holiday there tomorrow in Ireland. Lucky you, I haven't. And my daughter is working all 5 days next week. Early mornings, late finishes, so I'm going to be absolutely cat-bagged by the end of the week, I think. I'll be wasted. But she's going away on holiday soon. July, I think it is, isn't it? So next month she'll be away for 2 weeks. So she needs to earn the Dwayne Eddies. And then I can have 2 weeks without having to drive anywhere, apart from Tesco. All I need is a saxophone I could rock out as Duke Silver. Got the look, haven't I? Can you play saxophone one-handed? I bet you can play fairly well, couldn't you? Don't need two like you do with... Well, you do, but you can get away with one hand playing the sax. Not like guitar, you need at least two hands for that. At least, at the very least. Erdinger today. Very fruity, very fruity. I like that though, it's quite nice. Who's up first, by the way? We're 5 minutes into this. Who's up first? I haven't even looked at this, jeez. Who fancies working behind the bar first? Who's up for it? And Duolingo is absolutely caning me yet again. 358 day streak. The only thing you agreed with Daniel was the Ron Swanson character in Parks and Recs. I didn't see that. Didn't see what he said about it. Also, I haven't really watched that much of Parks and Recs, to be honest with you. Not a huge fan of American comedy. Apart from MASH, obviously, which I absolutely love. But then that's more of a comedy drama as well, isn't it? Angie, how you doing? How's things? You okay? Yeah, I'll take the first shift. Don't worry about that. And I need to find my own first name here. Where am I? Jeez. How can you not find your own name? I need to change that, the way it looks on the stream deck, because that's an absolute ball ache. That's not good enough. That's simply not good enough. I wonder, can I turn them into capitals? Can I capitalise them? Could do. I'll find out. I'll have a look. But it'll have to be tomorrow because I've done too much today already. Too much arsing round on the computer. Yeah, so if I think back on it, like I said earlier, if I had to write an essay on what I'd done this weekend, I couldn't write anything. Yet I could. I have been attached to my phone and my computer, trying to fix things and make things work. And I watched 3 episodes of Inside Number 9 last night that I haven't seen yet, because it's on Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and obviously I'm still on here at 10. So I've caught up with that and they were absolutely fantastic. And then what else did I watch? I watched something else last night as well. Just lying on my bed, waiting for the phone call to come off, Jess, and it was Planet Earth 3, a bit of David Attenborough, which is not a good idea late at night because he has that soporific voice, hasn't he? Which meant I was almost falling asleep. Thankfully I didn't, and I was there for when the call came through. About time I pulled my weight. I can't possibly pull my weight, jeez. I am full of heft. It's here in cola, no ice, coming right up there, no worries. Would you like any snacks to go with that, Mandy? Knowing what's coming next. How would you like some Ninja Crisps? There you go. We have them, the ginger flavoured, wasabi flavoured, egg fried rice, soy sauce, sake, and what's the other one at the top? Sushi. The new range that we have in a very, very 1970s sitcom bowl, which I am all for. Did anyone have those patchwork bowls? Patchwork salad bowls, do you remember them? Wooden patchwork salad bowls. They were proper 70s. No one's late. If you turn up, you turn up. No such thing as being late. Any second you're here is a second that's not wasted. Yeah, they are huge. They are huge. They are massive. Greetings and salutations as well, Saf. Erdinger tonight. Erdinger. I don't know if any of you watch the Transformotion channel, which is a car channel based in Skelmersdale near Liverpool. Well, today's video, they went into Liverpool to buy a taxi, a Hackney cab. It was hilarious. Absolutely brilliant. Where they bought it from, I know fairly well. There's no way on this fucking planet that I've gone there to buy a car. So fair play to them. But funny. You nearly used that bowl. I like them bowls. Them wood bowls. Yeah, I'll be feeling better, Saf, we all do. You must be, because you want a lemsip and ginger beer. At least you're on the way, if you're having that. I have loads of lemsips left from last time, so yeah. You can't beat ginger beer as well. A bit of ginger for everything. Especially good for the stomach, of course, ginger. Man flu. Right, we are going to have to sort this out here and now. Man flu exists. It has been proven by scientists, male and female scientists. Of course, women have a higher pain threshold than men because they have to give birth. Men don't, therefore our pain threshold is lowered. When we get a flu or a cold, it is normally worse than a woman does, so it is an actual thing. Don't be having a go at our staff for having man flu, because it's absolutely awful stuff. So there. Don't be having a pop, Mandy. Don't be having a pop. Can't be doing that. I've got something as well. I don't know what it is. Hang on. Just making sure I've got everything set up. Yeah, I've got. There might be a sneeze break coming at some point, because I've been sneezing all day, and it's definitely down to allergies. It has to be. I haven't even been out in the garden yet. Have I left the house today? I don't think I have I? No, I haven't. No, not even the back garden. So the bird feed has not been refilled today. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what he said. Come here and I'll kiss you better, I will. Yeah, if you know, you know. Saf, you can't knock that back, mate. Man flu is the same as lady flu, we just crack on. No, you don't. It's not the same, it's different. It's terrible, this. All this misandry. No need for it whatsoever. I'm hurt. I'll let you know a secret, I will. Yeah means no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but. On the bright side, your Crebensis pair have rebuilt their breeding cave and have disappeared. Oh, have they gone off for a little bit of brown chicken, brown cow action, have they? If you don't know what that is, brown chicken, brown cow. Yep. It's where the saxophone music comes in, funnily enough, Steve. Speaking of Steve, hello to our Norfolk correspondent, Helen. Hope everything's going well there. And also to our Chruby. Got your t-shirt? You are most welcome, Mandy, for all the help you give me. I am very, very much appreciative. I've added more stuff as well to the merch. I put the thing on, didn't I? You know, the thingy. What's it called? The thingy. The unknown Pennines. I did a live thumbnail of Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division, but it was the Pennines. And I put that on a t-shirt as well and sold one within half an hour yesterday. So I am delighted with that. So thank you to Peter, my Hungarian mate, for buying that. That was a sale through Blue Sky as well. The Twitter alternative. So I've gone interdepartmental. Helen says, hello everyone. In a Dr. Nick style, if you know, you know. Yeah. Hi everybody. Hi Dr. Nick. I am Dr. Nick. Well, I used to be when Jess was ill. I was Dr. Nick. She rang me earlier. I'll have to give her another ring back later. I am not convinced everything is fine at the moment. And I'm not waiting till the morning. Yeah, it's not Saint Nick. No. Definitely not. I haven't got that much weight on me yet, and although there's a hint of grey in the beard, there's not that much. Of course you can rely on me, Steve. I know these things. I'm not a cultureless desert. I know ting and ting. Not Dr. Dad. No. Dr. Nick. Steve, you could be Saint Nick. We could get you a suit, couldn't we? What if you do that? The big red jacket. A red and white kilt, obviously. It's got to be a kilt. That'll soon be with us as well. I'm telling you now, remember this day. Remember this day. You'll blink, and before you know where you are, there'll be adverts for Christmas stuff, and it'll be cold. That's how it works in this country. Loads of noise again out there. My dad's not long home. He spent all day in Oswestry, in Shropshire, near the border, with Wrexham fans. He'd been requested to go there and do some after-dinner speaking and talks and Q&As and what have you. Still very, very much in vogue is our dad. How many different bird types do I have now? We'll open up Merlin. I haven't caught any new ones in ages, by the way. It's bizarre. Stop, come on. Life list. 18 species I've got, just 18. When was the last new one? 19th of May was the last new one. That's too long ago, that was a Eurasian coot. It's only June. I know, but just think about it. It was only just December. A blink away, and look at it now. It's mad. Time flies by. Oh, Steve, so Christmas time you're going to dress as Father Christmas and everyone can sit on your knee and tell me what they'd like. I can tell you that now. I'd like to get off your knee. That's, yeah, do you know what? We can make that happen. We can make that happen. Definitely. What episode of Welcome to Wrexham is my dad going to be on? He could easily be on there if he had any kind of will to be on there, but He doesn't like any part of that kind of stuff. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame at Wrexham, so he is a legend at the club. And if he wanted to appear somewhere or to be there on a filming day, I'm sure he could make that happen. But he shuns the limelight, doesn't want any part of it, apart from when they were making a documentary. They had to ask him a few times, but when he said what it was for, I was like, go on then, I'll do that. And then he threw himself into it, but not his scene. That doesn't want to hang around with Hollywood stars in the hope that they put him into a film or something. Yeah, in fairness, they are from Scam. It's quite funny watching them. Obviously, not exactly Scousers, but not far off. Seeing them bounce around Liverpool. They must know the place quite well. And then zooming home in a taxi. My mate used to play in goal for Scam. They played against an Everton 11, which had, at the time, Danny Cadamarteri, who went on to score goals for Everton. He scored in a Merseyside derby, and then Francis Jeffers was also in there, who ended up playing for England. And he was in goal for Scam against them. And his mate said, pick us up at the roundabout. I was like, for fuck's sake, mate, come on. It's 6 million roundabouts, and that's all Scam is. How you doing, lads? You alright, mate? Yes. Steve, you know exactly what Ali would like. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Maybe if you've been a very, very, very good girl. Danny had a what now? Danny Cadamarteri. His son now plays for Sheffield Wednesday, which our Saf might know him. He's a striker as well, and also rapid. Rapid. Lego Ali, yeah. We'll all like Lego. I'm pretty sure everybody likes Lego, even if you don't like it. If you put them in front of it for 10 minutes, you'll come in, they won't be playing with it. Just one of those things, isn't it? Must be hardwired in our DNA. Lads, you might be having chat box issues. You're not getting all the comments. Don't forget to drop down from top chat to live chat, because it can get very vicious how it's reducing all that. It's mad. I've done it myself on bird cam streams. I'm thinking, what are people talking about in this? And had to refresh. Yeah. Toggling between top and all. And occasionally you might have to go in and refresh it. I do as well on this, because it just stops completely. Santi Steve, there you go. Remind me of that when we get to about November, because we'll have to make it happen. We'll have to have Steve on here as Santi Steve. Earlier this season, Cadamarteri scored. The guy who gave the assist's father was also a player, and the dads previously combined to score. Am I thinking that is Dean Windas's son, Josh Windass? Because I know he plays for Wednesday, doesn't he? And I know Dean Windas's dad played for Bradford, and I think Danny Cadamarteri played for Bradford as well, if I remember rightly, which I normally do when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I can't remember where I parked my own car, even though it's there, but I can remember stupid stuff like that. If you're offering Lego, I like to look at the flower wall. I bet you that is ridiculously expensive. Can somebody on here explain to me why Lego is so expensive? It's injection moulded plastic. You should be able to do 6 billion bricks for about £5. And yet, if you want to buy just a bag of normal Lego, it's you have to sell your spleen to get it. Yep, I'm sure it is, mate. I know there's been a few players recently coming through whose dads played, who've played alongside each other. It's been mentioned. Or I was watching a little bit of. I'm just going to start with a complete lie there. I wasn't. I was on Twitter yesterday, before the rugby league started, and Warrington Wolves reserves played against Wigan Warriors reserves. I have not seen anything like it for ex-players' sons playing in these teams. It was ridiculous. Wigan just seemed to be entirely comprised of ex-players, ex-legends, youngsters in there. It's mad. Because nerds collect it. Lego's expensive because kids haven't grown up in 20 years but earn money. Yeah, exactly. So it shifts. You still want it. You still crave it. Now you're earning thousands. You're going to start paying through the nose for it. Nerds collect it and leave it in the box. That's a waste. I hate that. The same with cars as well. I understand why people do it, but why buy something that's designed for a specific purpose and then just put it away? Come on, use it, man. That's what it's there for. Glue it together and display it. Ali, you want a pint of Fanta, please, and some Pringles? Less Pringles. Yes, you can. What flavour Pringles would you like? Pringles. That's a good idea. The price of Lego is stupid. I suppose the price of anything that's got some kind of nostalgia value to it, though, will always be a bit more expensive. That's why vinyl records, I remember buying records for, was it like 89 quid or something? Now if you want to buy one, it's 20 odd. I know inflation and everything, but 20 odd. I've spent 40 quid on a record last month, didn't I? But then I won that on a bet on Betfair, so sorry, not asked. Yeah, JK from Jamiroquai is the right idea. Buy the cars, drive the hell out of them, as you should. It's nice collecting these things and to keep them in a museum so that we have copies of them for future reference. This is how nice cars used to be in the past. But also at the same time, if everyone done that, what's the fucking point? Although actually at the moment, anyone who can get a classic car that's 40 years old or more, keep hold of it, because new cars are just getting awful. They look abysmal. Absolutely horrific. Lads, you don't just collect mini plastic soldiery things, do you? You play with them. You utilise them. Plus, you've got an entire channel around them, so it's creative. And when you're painting your stuff, people tune in and relax. So you're providing a service. It's not just put them in a drawer, shut them, and then get them out once every couple of months. At least you do something with yours. Lego isn't for playing with anymore. It's for collecting. Collecting my baboon's arse. Blame the hipsters. It's always the damn hipsters. Steve, the lad used to work with would buy all the Star Wars Lego. 2 boxes of everything, one for his kids and one for him for the loft. Cost him a fortune. That I don't mind, because the kids will play with them, and also in the future you'll be able to sell and then put them through college. You see, one of the llamas was a groomsman at the wedding. Which wedding was that? Live dangerously and have prawn cocktail. Oof, man. Does it make it any better? You're 40 and you play with little plastic soldiers. Sorry, lads, I'm 51 and I'm running a virtual pub on the internet. You know what I mean? It's what you make of it, isn't it? It's what you make of it, lads. I don't mind. What's the difference between that and playing chess? You can buy exceptionally expensive chess sets. And what's that? They're just figures that you move around that have certain value to them. And you play against each other, and at the end of the day, you get all your pieces, you put them in a little box, and then you get them back out when you want to play again. But that apparently is highbrow. So for me, there's no difference whatsoever. You're upset when you saw a guy buy Hot Wheels cars and then just puts them in a vault just to sell them unboxed in 15 years. It's stupid, man, isn't it? Oh, perhaps what you need is a good dogging session to sweat it out of you. It will as well. A good dogging session will sweat it out of you. Saf's still tender all over. You don't have to paint the chess pieces, so it's not even anywhere near as good as yours, because it's just, here you go, play with my pieces, so to speak. Yeah, there's no skill to it. Well, there's skill to chess, obviously, but there's no skill to the pieces. At least you paint yours, you'll make the buildings and what have you that you're using. The world that you're playing in, you also create. It's fantastic. And I would say about 10 years ago, I would be laughing, going, fucking nerds playing this, playing that. But that's just through ignorance. Watching your channel and some of the others that I've come across now and then, it's not kids stuff, is it? It's a whole scene, a proper scene. It's artistic. I think it's fantastic. And it's also proper chilled. Can you even buy just Lego now? No, you can't. Not that I've seen. Everything seems to be, it's part of a kit. This is a windmill. This will cost you 500 quid. I don't want to build a fucking windmill. I want to build a house like everyone does. Just start off with a house. Detailed instructions, yes. Extortionate price tags. There's nothing to stop people painting chess pieces. No, but if they started doing it, I'm sure the regular, I don't know, the hyacinth people of the chess world would start looking down on them. What are you doing? I'm fucking painting my chess pieces. Why? What are you doing? Apart from shagging the milkman. Hyacinth wasn't shagging the milkman, by the way. That would have made it a far more interesting sitcom if she was. Yeah, it is mad though, isn't it? I mean, I collect records, but I play them. That's the whole point of them. That's what they're there for. Although I did give my daughter a record, a borrow of a record, which I haven't had back, which is now worth about 200 quid for one album. She better not have sold it, otherwise slavery in Azerbaijan. No, it's not for kids. It's called the Grim Darkle. Happiest people of the Orcs. Because all they want to do is fight and kill. Technically the only good guys. So it's not, yeah, definitely not for kids. And again, the same people that would say that and start moaning about it will quite happily either sit and play a video game or will watch, I don't know, fantasy films. Well, is it not the same kind of thing, but you're in control of what happens, or more in control of what happens? I had that same, not argument with my dad, but so all these films that you watch, war films and what have you, I'm pretty much watching the same film that you are, but I am in control of one of the characters within that war film. So it's not stupid, it's not a childish thing, and until the stroke, obviously, the hand-eye coordination was really good as a result of doing that. I miss gaming, man. I miss gaming, and I miss creating music. I miss just picking a guitar up, which is why I've loved doing the AI music the last few days. Even though I've only got one hand, it only takes one hand to click a mouse, doesn't it? So that at least it's had me creating a little bit. In Turkey, you saw a hand-carved chess set made out of marble. Instead of black versus white, it was Ottomans versus Byzantines. Oh, very nice. My dad used to have a chess set, which I don't think would go down very well now. I don't think he's still got it. But it was made from ebony and ivory. Nothing to do with Paul McCartney, but genuine. This is back in the 70s, I think he got it. Genuine ivory. Fucking hell, this probably worth a fortune, but I don't know. I think he might have got rid of it. I hope he got rid of it anyway. but it was spectacular. Whoever made it had the S-kills to pay the B-ills, you know what I'm saying? Painted chess pieces would be more fun. They would. I don't know, especially if you cartoonified them. I bet you've got loads of them. Loads of cartoony chess pieces. Yeah, it was a really nice set, ebony and ivory. I think it was burgundy leather. The board was surrounded by burgundy leather and all kinds of stuff. It was just exceptionally expensive. He never paid for it, obviously. It was given to him as a gift by someone very rich. But yeah, I don't know. And also he had a table. And I think it was slate. The actual board was slate. It looked absolutely incredible, man. He should have that. He should still have that. I'd use that, even though I don't play chess. I'd use it for something else. Dwarf ping pong or something. Modern warfare is starting to be remote operated drones. Playing war games was training you up. Yes, and one of the Call of Duties is called Modern Warfare. In fact, not just one. I think there's now 6 of them. Modern Warfare this, Modern Warfare that. Pip, how you doing, mate? How's things? Good to see you, as always. Your brother is friends with the head of the Jules Holland fan club and gets to go to some of the latest with Jules and got McCartney to sign some of his Mint Beatles albums. Fucking hell, man. Okay. Those I would put in a safe. I genuinely would. But in each square was individually made and set. It looked as though not just months had been spent on it, years was spent on it. It looked incredible. I think that was one of the first things I'd ever looked at that I recognised. There are some exceptionally talented people out there. When you're a kid, you don't really see anything like that, do you? You don't recognise what the amount of skill and craft goes into things. But that, I remember looking at it, genuinely looking at it and thinking, what on earth is this? How has someone made this? And now you look at it and think, who's 3D printed that? That's really good, that. It's not 3D printed, man. Side by side on your piano. Who did I said that the other week. I had proper earworm of Ebony and Ivory, and I'd not even listened to the record at all in years. And I woke up one day and just went, oh my word, on Twitter I think it was. So I've got Ebony and Ivory earworm, at which point I got about 20 or 30 people going back going, thank you dickhead, so have I now. Yeah, Pip has arrived, therefore the midgets won't be too far behind. That normally happens. Something, why don't we? Yep. Side by side on my piano keyboard, oh Lord, why don't we? Or why can't we, isn't it? As a kid, your Cruyff turn was a thing of beauty. I was taught a Cruyff turn in the Netherlands by Dutch coaches. Every Wednesday we used to have skill school as part of the training. So you're taught how to control a football, how to dribble around cones, how to do Cruyff turns, how to head a ball. And as a result, even when I was a grown lad of 6'4", my first touch was still absolutely velvet and has remained so. Well, up until December 2019. To some of us it came natural. I can imagine that, Steve. Even now, Cruyff turning house bricks to move them out the way. It's weird as well, some of the people I've played with over the years, they've ended up with like the first touch of Rolf Harris, and I'm thinking, what on earth? What have they taught you? Where did you learn how to play football? Mandy, you'd ask what it is, but you won't. It is a turn done by Johan Cruyff, which was so good at getting past someone and so unexpected. Yep, sorry. That it got named after him. It was just absolutely insane. And he done it it was a World Cup. During the World Cup he did it against Sweden, wasn't it? I think. So if your first touch in Trickery was so good they let you play in goal. Yep. Again, I've known a few lads like that. They can trap a ball further than I can kick it. The second touch is always a tackle, stuff like that, you know. Steve, good touch for a big lad. Do you know what? I remember seeing something. It was Carnu, who used to play for Arsenal. Yeah, 6'4", same as me, you know, big lad. And someone said to him, "You've got a good touch for a big lad." He went, "I had a good touch for a small lad, and then I grew up." So yeah, you don't need to. It's a good touch for a big lad. Just learn to have a good touch. It doesn't matter how tall you are. Learn it. Practice. It's the do song. It is indeed. First touch was a foul. Second was a card. Lads, you and me dad will get on like a house on fire. My dad once got sent off in the bath after the game. He also got booked in the tunnel before the game against Shrewsbury because there was always trouble between Wrexham and Shrewsbury. The players hated each other. And he also got deported from Greece because they were playing, Middlesbrough were playing the Greek national team, and he doesn't mind if someone elbows him or punches him or kicks him, fine, he'll do the same back. But being spat on, not having it. So he said, "This little horrible bastard spat at me, so I knocked him out," and then his mate run over, so I knocked him out. I know that was a big, strong, fucking powerful, hard bastard. And I think he knocked about 5 of them out, and then not only the referee come running over, but the armed police and the army and what have you got him straight into a I don't know, a car or a bus or something, drove him to the airport, got someone to go back to the hotel, you know, do his bags and get his passport, and then stamped on his passport "not welcome in this country," and put him on a plane wearing his Middlesbrough kit, which might have looked a little bit fucking weird, to be honest, but yes, deported from Greece and not allowed back to there or its territories and dominions. And then as soon as his passport run out, they went to Zante with his new passport, his new clean one, about 40 years later. Yeah, size 13 feet. So the ball was never too far from his feet. That works in 2 different ways, by the way. Yeah, Eusebio, the genius Portuguese player, only had very, very small feet. Something stupid like a size 4. And he always said the reason why he was so good was that it was more precise when he kicked the ball. There was only a small contact patch, so he wasn't hitting it in places he shouldn't hit it. It switched on and warmed up, dip a toe before committing. Steve, when he played, it was quite hard to get booked in the 70s. It was, and yet he managed it and managed red cards with a plenty of them. But yeah, when he played in the 70s, there was that famous one, Gary Sprake, the goalkeeper, Leeds goalkeeper, punched. It was one of the Chelsea players, just absolutely proper, full-on bang, and got a yellow card for it. Now, if it was done nowadays, you'd not only get a red card, you'd be banned for about 4 years. It's mad. Ali just jumped in without checking, as always. We don't want that. You remember? Yeah. Did I remember to flip the switch? Not only did I flip the switch, I also switched the flip. I had to make sure it was nice. Down my throat. I don't know why. When Jess rang me earlier on, I couldn't even talk to her. It's bizarre. Are you alright, Dad? Sound like Bobcat Goldthwait when I was talking to her. Bizarro. Yes, Ali, it's nice. It's already got bubbles, no others needed. We don't need that. I keep thinking there's something I haven't done yet. Is there something I'm missing? Is there something I should have done by now? No. There probably is, but I can't remember. Fuck it. Your mate was a few rows back when Cantona did his Hong Kong Phooey impression. That seemed so strange at the time, but there was that's happened plenty of times in the past. Dixie Dean, the famous Everton icon, so called because of he was mixed race and he didn't like being called Dixie. Someone, I think at Tottenham, one of the fans down there, said something racially inappropriate to him back in the 1930s, and he just jumped in the crowd and knocked shite out of him. And again, never got booked or anything. Do you see Mexico and Thailand? You don't see Thailand. What you see is Mexico. Where else have we got? Philippines or Indonesia? Philippines, isn't it? I think. Or is it Indonesia? I can't remember which one's which. Which is horrific of me. I should know these things. India. I was massive in India the other week, wasn't I? Proper full on Mazzy in India. So if anyone's watching from India, how's it going, Yaroi? Your moon's not on. It isn't. It needs to be charged. And I can't find a charger. It's not that one. No. Oh yeah, I can. Charger, there you go. Charger and a USB-C cable. I'll charge it for next week. How many did he put in the season? It was 60 league goals in a season. And I think it was, he only got 3 in the cup that year for some strange reason, but 60 league goals in one season, which is never ever going to be beaten. No matter how good Haaland thinks he is, it's a completely different day nowadays, isn't it? That game's completely odd. Do you want to join Ali? Jump in there. Stuff your Japanese viewership has dropped. What's happened, man? What's happened? I haven't even checked mine for ages, but we are getting closer to the monetization, so that's nice. I like that. Right, well, the last 28 days, over half of my views are still coming from India. India, Indonesia, UK, States, Philippines, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Germany, Malaysia and Ireland. I wonder where the Irish ones are coming from. But overwhelmingly India. So, thank you, India. Very much appreciated. Ali wants a drink, wants a bevy-la. You went from being Gojira to Pikachu. We'll have to get the dad joke licked up here, won't we? Get it all sorted and ready. How'd you get Pikachu on a bus? Pokemon. There you go. Proper dad joke. Along with, I'm going to have to tell you the ultimate dad joke in this scenario. Which if you ever see Jess, I'll ask her to say the same thing, but it's, what's Horace's favourite breakfast? Teddy Breck. And she used to laugh at that. She won't now, she'll just look at me and think, you absolute knob. Has Kirsty got it? She needs a new one. Is that the charger? I've got loads of chargers. I've got so many fucking cables in this room, it's ridiculous. It's like a nest of vipers. Dixie Dean scored most of his goals when he could shoulder barge the keeper into the goal. He did. But also he scored a lot of his goals with his head when the ball was made of concrete. And having no luck with me ailments. Do you know what it is? I'm pushing myself too hard. That's what it is. I'm pushing myself too hard. Just not getting enough sleep. To your surprise, you're big in the UK. Of course you are. And small in Ireland. No, Ali, you're small in Ireland. Global superstar. That's what it is. Hyper. Global hyperstars. It is because you're far away. Those are big. Those are far away. Did you find Saf's channel, Steve? Did you? If you didn't, there it is. Angie, you want a Diet Coke and some proper fish and chips? Yes, you can. Of course you can. Not a problem at all. Saf, Ali said she'll let you come in the hot tub. I don't know, mate. You go and sort that out. I can't get involved in this. It's nice stuff, that, you know. Yeah, he did. He etched the bear's paw sign. If you haven't seen that, Steve, it's well worth watching. The where are we? That wasn't that one, was it? The bear's paw sign, the one that's on the t-shirt and everything. Asaf etched it, and it looks absolutely incredible. Definitely worth watching. It's proper chill out stuff as well. Just watching it, there's nothing going on. It's just him etching away. So relaxing. I'm sure there's plenty of channels out there for stuff like that, but I think I need to use them more. I think just that relaxing thing about not having to watch too vigorously or having to listen to what's being said all the time, facts and figures and what have you. Just feet up, cup of tea, watch what's going on. Can you share the fish and chips? Did I come up with a slogan yet? I did not. You're being nursed by Angie. Oh, I say. Garçon. Oh, clicky fingers, garçon. Alright, Jinxie, how's it going, lad? What about you? Yeah, there's only so much time you can spend with us before you go potty. Exactly. Although it's one of the reasons why when I do need to up my hours, I don't get in front of the camera that often. I'll throw something else on. The Dennis Bird cam I quite like because you can just listen to the sound of birds. You don't even need to read along with anything. Just put your feet up and listen. Ali, your county won the hurling final. That's awfully good news. She's from Offaly, you see. Congratulations. Yeah, mental or physical potty. There's a huge difference. A huge difference. If it's physical, that's some reaction, mate. That really is. Got all the windows open. All of it. All of the windows. And I'm wearing my sliders rather than my slippers, so my feet are starting to get cold. You want a Jinxie Jungle Juice, one coming up straight away. Way too late. Yeah, definitely too late for that kind of precaution now, isn't it? Definitely far too late. And Seth, slide up. This is a bit like pull up to the bumper. I was just looking up there to see if that was playing at the time, but it wasn't, unfortunately. You've got the tartar sauce. Got to have the tartar sauce when you're having fish and chips, unless you have it in a northern style fish, chips and a carton of curry poured all over the top of it. Proper. People from non-northerners look at it and go, that's disgusting, that's disgusting. Then they try it and go, why have I never had this before? Beat into it before you shift. Yeah, typical landlord, drinking and chatting instead of serving people. That's what we do, isn't it? You know that. You know that's what we do. Keep the people happy, then get them absolutely hammered. Does anyone else want anything else? Oh, and by the way, who's doing the next shift? Seems as though I've just done a double shift on my own. Yeah, man, they're talking about bloody typical landlord, just done a double shift on my own. Yep, exactly. Jinxie, it was the superb watching the bear take shape. I can't even speak English. It was great watching bear taking shape. Yeah, who are you going to complain to? Who are you going to call? Mythbusters or something like that anyway. It was fantastic. And I love the fact that that logo has now got a sort of a life of its own. It's not just an AI. What was I going to call it? It was not even an AI little sticker or something on a screen. It's proper took on its full of a jiggy thingy. Jinxie, you're going to take the next shift. Sound. Yeah, no one else has put their hand up, have they? Only because I forgot to change it. Naturellement. Angie's got her best nurse's uniform on. We should get more viewers if that's the case. Viewers should go through the roof for that one. Nurses' uniforms and kilts. Don't go all wrinkly. No, don't go all wrinkly. Large cup of tea and lemon for Saf. Yes, I'll do that. No problem whatsoever. Oh, the midgets started on the amyl nitrate early tonight. It's going to get very Lionel. Very, very Lionel. You know what they're like when they're off their tits, lah. Know what I mean, like? Yeah, if you're well enough to go to a pub, you're well enough to serve. That's spoken like a true assistant manager stroke experienced member of staff. I can't work tonight. Well, why have you come in? Well, I'm alright to have a bevy, but... Anyone seen the ostriches? There you go. Jinxie is now serving. The ostriches will turn up somewhere. Unless them and the zebras are kicking off round the corner. Yeah, don't be going too wrinkly in that water for too long. It's not good for you. Not healthy. If you don't want to know, you're going to stick your head in the sand. You're having a bad job. What's amyl nitrate? You might know it by the names either Rush or Poppers. It is a undroga used a lot by a certain selection of the community for its muscle relaxing properties. Beyond that, I don't think we need to go into it too far. Know what I mean? Yeah, don't Google it. It's part of the reason why Suede had a song called Animal Nitrate, because they couldn't really have one called Amyl Nitrate. It would get banned by the BBC. Yeah, but certain backstreet clubs in Soho would sell it to their male clientele to make it easier to partake in whatever they wanted to partake in. But also it was used heavily in the likes of people in Glastonbury are always on it. Too quick to skive work. These modern youngsters far too quick to skive work. Isn't that the stuff in Diesel? What is it? It's something that they if you sniff it, then it relaxes the muscles, and it makes the fella easier for the fella to receive. Ravers were definitely well into it, weren't they? No, Jack, it's not Viagra. No, it's like a muscle relaxant. It makes it easier for the scabbard to receive the sword. I don't know how on things YouTube can get, but mind you, they probably don't understand the word I say anyway, because what was I trying to do the other week? I was trying to do something where I was using auto captions, and they cannot deal with the Scouse accent. Yes, muscle relaxation. Yeah, like smelling salts, but not. It will bring you round, but a lot more round than you thought. Yeah, it's not Viagra, it's the other fella that'd take it instead. Yeah, there's different names for it. Rush being one of them. Poppers. Lots of MPs seem to be into it, didn't they? No, it's not. It's not that. It's not for wraith daping. Just it makes it easier to fit things in. You know what I mean? The ostriches were all at the racing ground earlier. Yes, the bottom half makes that very relaxed and capable of receiving more than normally it would. It's like opening both doors of the conservatory rather than just one. For anyone who's coming in the back. We have ostriches. There's llamas. There was an alpaca or two earlier. Zebras. Your Irish sister. cup of tea and some Jaffa cakes. Now that is something I can get on board with. I do like a cup of tea and some Jaffa cakes. You don't know feck all about drugs, only pot. I'd like to say the same, only I come from a city which is into it wholesale. It is absolutely everywhere. All of it. The majority of a certain Colombian import pretty much comes through Liverpool to the whole of Europe. There's a lot of very, very rich young men in the city who've never done a day's work in their life, strangely. Like that soft bastard who lived in a council flat, like in a maisonette, upstairs in a council maisonette, and had a Ferrari parked outside, never had a job, and wondered why the police picked him up. You're fucking stupid or something. If we catch an ostrich, you'll fry up some drumsticks. 6-foot drumsticks, they're proper heavy then. Don't forget the meerkats. Saf released them last week, he did. Ali knows even less. Do you know what? Keep it that way. I don't get why people are so bang into it. Just, it's not good, you know what I mean? Jaffa cakes. Do you know what? I love a Jaffa cake. Everyone loves Jaffa cakes, don't they? Your chicken in a basket is going to be a hell of a lot bigger, Pip. It really is. It's going to be massive. It's going to be more like chicken in a suitcase. Yes, it also started its journey from Cape Town. I'm pretty sure there will be people from there who know people from Liverpool as well, who flew over there and went to buy direct from source. Thomas, how you doing, bud? Yeah, of course you know you never tried any, except for keep it that way. I've been to parties where I've looked around and I thought there's no need for me to be in this place. This is not what I do. It's not my kind of stuff. I don't like it. Why am I here? I haven't took anything. I just like having a beer with my mates. Is that too much to ask for? Well, now it is. Thomas. Well, I've got the old Air Dinger. A bottle of Air Dinger. I'm sure there is people that will call it Air Dinger. Aber ist Air Dinger alkoholfrei, ja? Vielleicht. Yeah, good girl, Jackie. We don't need any more of that stuff. I've got enough problems in my head as it is anyway at the best of times. I don't need to be adding any third-party influences in there. Jesus. And, as I say, it's rife in Liverpool, so I've unfortunately spent many and many a night just thinking, what am I doing in this pub with these people? Why is everyone, on a Tuesday night, why is everyone absolutely caned, chatting wham? Can't be arsed with it. Yep, same as me. Cigarettes and alcohol, your only vices. Well, I don't smoke, but yeah, alcohol was my only real vice. Beyond that, yeah. Not like I'm a real health freak, but I played footy. I liked a beer or a wine. That was about it. Nothing else. Lovely isotonic stuff, isn't it? Gets to your thirst fast. That was isotonic Lucozade Sport, wasn't it? Pip, your rubies just turned up. What did you have, mate? What did you get? Go on, what did you order? I'm presuming by that you do mean a curry, obviously. And you've got one by the neck. Don't look down. That's not actually. It's not an ostrich. But don't let go. Don't drink, don't do drugs, virgin, gets boring. Does, but man, come on. What more do you need? Football, music, and a few glasses of the Al Red. That does me. Don't need much more than that. Oh yeah, I seen that. Pat Cullen standing for Sinn Féin. Gingers crossed for him. Hang on tight and enjoy the ride. Will be the first time those words have been uttered in this pub. Smoking for you, nothing else. Just, yeah. Should look after yourself, shouldn't you, really? Don't be doing too much stupid. Not boring, just cautious. That's the way to look at it, Steve, isn't it? Definitely the way to look at it. So I've known loads of people who do all kinds of stuff, and I'm thinking you are not going to make it until you're my age. So what's the point? Oh, chicken balti, basmati rice, samosas and papadums. Man, I haven't had a good Indian in absolutely ages. Oh, man. I need to remedy that this week, don't I? Or ring my Indian mate up and go and see her. She is the best cook of all time. Doesn't matter what she makes. I mean, she's a vegetarian, so normally if I go around there and go and see her and her daughter, she'll make something and it's always vegetarian, but it's fucking stunning. Don't need meat in it. Just absolutely incredible. She made a soup for me once and then give me the ingredients to make it myself. And the ingredients list was like an Eminem song, the lyrics. It was just... I need to get in with my subscribers. I do. Proper homemade stuff obviously is always much better than the stuff you get from a takeaway, but even a takeaway I do at the moment. I haven't had one in ages. I could do with something hot. Something scary to eat. Spice is good for you. That's a good point, Safia. Look at the people who were peaked in high school and those who do Drogas. How many of them would you trade places with? What about the food? That too. That too. You grew up on curries as your father's Anglo-Indian. You must have had it 3 or 4 times a week. So it's, and again, you'll know what's good and what's not good. The homemade stuff is always absolutely fantastic. A lot of it's fairly healthy as well, isn't it? I mean, obviously butter chicken and puri, yeah. Butter and ghee are not overly healthy for you, but a lot of the Indian stuff is fairly healthy. A lot of it isn't. A lot of it's very, very unhealthy, but you know, like everything, a little bit of moderation. Saying that if you ate anything consistently all the time, and it wasn't particularly good for you, doesn't matter what it is, it'll still do you damage. Just be sensible, haven't you? Got to be sensible. Definitely not the first time Angie's heard that. That how warm it is it, Thomas? If it gets any warmer, you're going to take the wetsuit off. How about the aqualung? And what are you looking for under there? Under the water? What are you doing? When you were at uni, the younger ones even took caffeine pills. A bit of Pro Plus. They're not good for you. They're definitely not good for you. In our place, we're on flexi, and it used to get to the 4th week of every 4-week period, and people would be struggling to make hours up, so you'd end up doing 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening, the longest possible time you could do. People doing 4 or 5 of them in a week, which was an absolute killer. And one of the girls ended up doing it and had 3 boxes of Pro Plus in one day, and she was absolutely wasted. Had to get carried out. So they aren't Smarties, you can't just keep doing that, you know. Surprised the heart didn't explode. And he's turned neat up. It's the smell of the curry that you can't cope with. Some of them are worse than others, obviously, but yeah, I'm quite happy to put up with the smells of any food if it tastes nice. Turmeric seems to be an in thing at the moment because of its health properties. It's really good for bones, isn't it? Joints. Because now I've got serious knee problems, and turmeric was one of the things I was asked to consider. Think about that. Turmeric pills, I think you can get, can't you? Or, well, not pills. What do you call them? Not even tablets. There's something, aren't these? There's somethings. Oh, there you go. Is there going to be a Magic Thomas show as opposed to Magic Mike? There's a request for you. Pro Plus, is it still a thing? It may well be. I'm sure I've seen it. No keks on. There you go. Be careful that you're not kecked while you're in there. Capsules. No, it's another a word I'm looking for. Yep. It's like a dog on eat tonight. Is it that time of the year, is it, Ali? Is that what it is? Never mind socks, there's going to be swimming costumes missing left, right and centre. Supplements. Oh, there's a name. It's like a pill. It's not a lozenge. A tablet, I think, is probably the closest thing. It'll come to me. Be like 4 in the morning, and then I'll bolt up right and go, it's such and such. Although I won't, will I? Because I'll just be wasted. It's the in thing this week. Next week they'll be saying it's bad for you. That seems to be... I hate this, you know. I really, really hate this. There's no honesty anywhere in life at all, is there? You can't just accept someone's word that this is good for you. As soon as someone says, this is really good for you and this is the reason why, there's 20 other people going, that's shit, that's bad, that's horrible, that's not good for you, use this instead. Can we not just get to a point where we can trust what people say? Stop having clickbait. Fucking hate them. Hate them. It must be near a full moon. It isn't. I noticed at 4:30 this morning. If you have a look at that little music video, which I thought was quite ironic, one of the lyrics is, I'll keep on climbing so high I could touch the moon. And as I was driving, the moon was up there, and it was just a crescent, a little sliver of a moon. Unfortunately, and I couldn't even do it, so I could just zoom in on it because it was too tiny. But there's a full moon behind me, but it's not charged, mate. It's not charged. And you've only done weed yourself. Doctor got you addicted to fentanyl patches for 13 years, but the weeds up you get off it. Been clean for 2 years. Without wanting to really dig out the Americans for this, it seems to be, I don't know, are doctors doing this on purpose? Are they paid for by the medical lobby? Is that what they're trying to do? Are they actively trying to get people hooked on these things? Because it seems to be everyone is absolutely caning the fentanyl over there. Is it a deliberate attempt by people just to sell this stuff, and no matter how bad it is for you? Because it seems to be that way. I've no doubt it's no better for me at all here, but horrible, isn't it? A bitch is a dog. A dog is nature, and nature is beautiful. Don't want to see Steve's full moon. Maybe they do. I don't know, Steve. You never know, mate. And it is fantastic. Well done, Angie. Well done. Getting yourself off something like that is superb. You must be feeling better for it. And even if you aren't, you will be doing better for it. You want $51 bills for the show. I've only got the $1 bill. I have actually got a dollar bill. In case anyone says, if I say I'll buy that for $1 and they say yes, I go, oh yeah, here you go. Hand over the Lamborghini. Mooning is a dying art. You don't see it really done anymore. You don't. Nowhere near as much as you did in the 70s. I've not seen anything like that hanging out of a train or a bus for years. Should be proud of it, Angie. Well done. Only £5 notes. Only me shells. Full Monty Bears Paw style. Can I leave me hat on? Bring it, yeah, bring it back. Work for it. Go on, bring it back. Just the hats. This will cover quite a lot, to be honest. I'll probably get away with that. Yeah, nowadays you got to subscribe to see a full moon. You do. I fucking hate subscriptions. Just want to say that now if anyone's watching. Wankers. Fucking hate subscriptions. Why can't you just buy something? Why is absolutely everything that is anything anymore have to be, you've got to pay monthly for it? I was looking at it the other day. If I wanted to pay for everything that I possibly need for running a channel, it's about 150 quid a month in subscriptions. Why? Why can't I just buy it? And if you need to do occasional updates, every year we'll take 20 quid off you. Sound, I'll do that. But this piece of shit is 10 quid a month. Why? Stop paying it. And eventually they'll stop getting money and go, oh, we can't do this anymore. Wankers. Buses were notorious for it. Particularly on the M6 supporters coaches. Some cars have subscription services for certain features. It's stupid. You should be able to just buy something and you own it and that's it. Don't need to pay something every week. And it's not just Tesla. There's loads of car companies where you have to pay extra every month for access to certain things. Stupid. Stupid. Yeah, if you need Jaffa Cakes, you have the half moon, full moon, half moon, total eclipse. I remember that advert quite well. Jackie likes to eat the full moon straight in there. No messing. Mouth open. Gobble as much as possible. Well, it is Sunday. So, let's have a look what Jeff's been up to. Sign up for a gondola ride you'll never forget. He looks like Scott Brown. He used to play for Celtic there. I would like to be in a gondola with him. If you want to run with the Bulls, be prepared for El Jefe. I'll mow you down like a daisy. That means the chief, doesn't it, El Jefe? Ashley's got me spraying DNA off the motors in the car park. Mucky pups. Looking very hench there again. I say, spraying DNA off cars. Maybe that's one of the car subscriptions. Moving dogger's muck off your car. BMW have it for their seat heating and seat massage facilities. That's fucking stupid. You bought the car. Everything that's in the car should be yours until the car breaks down. At some point, people are just going to say, "No, I'm not doing it anymore." Ali ate the whole pack straight in there. The entertainment system won't play media without a subscription. Knobheads, man. I'm already paying a subscription for my Spotify. I don't need to pay another one for the radio to play it through. I'm already paying a subscription for fucking diesel that goes in the car. Absolute bellends. I hate them. Hate them all. Greedy. No need for it. By the way, the link to the merch is in the top. It is disgusting. There's not that much in Jaffa Cakes, is there? Let's face it, there's not. It's not like sitting there eating a bar of chocolate the size of an iPad. Jaffa Cakes are Jaffa Cakes, man. And if you go to Fat Club, you're making the effort. Calories in, calories out, that's the main thing. Work it off. Lots of footballers eat Jaffa cakes with a very, very good, quick energy. Without being too bad for them. It is disgusting. Nothing wrong with Chubby Club. No. I'll start going there myself soon if I can't get running. Or I might do that 5'8" thing. Or what is it? 5'7", not 5'8". I've been watching the rugby league, haven't I, on Australian rugby league. 5'8" instead of standoffs. Fuck's sake, 5'8", 5'7". I haven't had Jaffa cakes for ages now. You want some? Not sponsored. But if anyone from, is it McVitie's? If you are watching and you'd like us to hammer Jaffa cakes on this channel, send us some. Go ahead. We all love Jaffa cakes. And Saf hasn't had any yet. So we need to send some to him and get him to eat them live. Live. Do a video review. Yes, Saf, it is wrong. Go to the bottom of the garden where you've got all the leopards and the crocodiles and have a think about how bad you've been. Just don't dunk them long. Are we still talking about the biscuits, Steve? Because otherwise that's something different. Put Jaffa cakes on your to-do list. Watch this space. Yep. Chub Club. That sounds like a euphemism, that, Steve. Don't be whipping your Chub Club out, mate. Mazzy bottles, them, aren't they? Half a litre. How have we got to 9:30 and it's still absolute broad daylight? Yes. Steve the animal. Grrr. Sounds very camp, that when I said it, didn't it? Oh, grrr. Yeah, keep an eye on the merch thing, because I think I'm putting more stuff up there as well. I had to look yesterday, I think it was. You won't believe some of the stuff that's available on there. Greetings cards. Imagine a Horace birthday card. A Jeff with deepest sympathy. How dodgy would a Jeff with sympathy card be? How unfeeling and horrible would it be to someone that you really don't like? Send a Jeff sympathy card. Never mind the length, feel the width. Naturellement. If anyone is out there would like to sponsor me with a Mercedes an S600 to test as the ultimate dogging car. Yes, the business contact is in the description. My email is in there and I'm constantly being bombarded with people trying to fish me with a PH. Would like to sponsor your channel, please click on this link and give us all your details. Yeah, right. Foxtrot Oscar, you half-wits. I understand what Nigerian 419 scams are. You're not going to catch me out. It's all about the girth, no treble. Kirsty, you had a phone call? No worries. No need to apologise at all, you know that. People can easily dip in and out of these things. That's what we're here for. It's like people just walking in and out of the pub. It happens all the time. Where's Jimmy gone? He's just gone outside to take a call. Yeah, that's what happens. Exactly what happens in a pub. Oh, yeah, you're okay down there? I've seen a couple of bubbles come up. Right, who's next behind the bar? Who fancies a shift? Our Jinxie's put a proper shift in there. Who fancies doing half an hour? I'm making a few Dwayne Edwards. A real or mock one? Yeah, good question. It might sound wrong, but doesn't feel. It might sound wrong, but doesn't feel right. Yeah, sounds so wrong, but it feels so right. Who's doing the next shift? Come on, hands up. Who fancies it? Saf, you have to step aside. Your med lemon's kicking in. You need to get to sleep. No worries, mate. You go and sort yourself out. Hopefully, you feel better tomorrow. And you haven't lived till you try a Jaffa cake. Has to be done. Thomas, you must be due a shift. Are you on here? I was sure I put you on here. You are, but I haven't put you on. I've got a couple missing actually. Right, well, Thomas is working behind the bar. He's working under Jess's name because he's working cash in hand, and we don't want the dole knowing about it. So Thomas is behind the bar. Toma la 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 la. Ciao ciao for now, bud. Don't forget to like it, because it really helps. But he's really good for stuff like that, to be honest. All the videos and stuff that I do gets loads of likes and loads of comments, which is really good because it tickles Olga. We all know how Olga likes to be tickled. Gin and tonic with a twist of lemon and lime. Ooh, now you are talking. The non-alcoholic gin and tonic. There's got to be something in there. Non-alcoholic gin and tonic. That sounds a bit like a rap, that, doesn't it? It's quite nice, by the way. I had some of that the other day. Remind me as well, as soon as I finish doing this, Thomas's name is going on the staff list. Someone else's as well. I'll have to look on the list. There's 20 odd people on there, and a couple I think I missed a couple off. Not good enough. Just not good enough. Yeah, has Helen had a elderflower and lime tonic yet? On the house, of course. For our Norfolk correspondent. Get the bevies in. Get the bevies in. And you should try Jaffa cakes. They are fantastic. Lovely stuff. They're a staple, aren't they? A British and Irish staple. That's why you do it. You tickle Olga. Olga loves being tickled. It makes her happy. Testing out the snorkel. I've heard it called a few things, but not that one. I haven't heard anything about it yet. I think it looks like there's a slight problem with the website, I know that, but yeah, it's very strange. I'll give them another shout, I think. I also need to have a look at doing looking at the website again on a laptop, not my phone, and seeing if I can move things around, because lots of it just isn't on there. It's stupid. And it was so easy to set up. Obviously it was easy to set up if it's not working properly. Something's missing along the line. She's on the tea tonight. Tea, no problemo. Jinxie's wearing 6-inch heels, are you? Are you really? Jesus. No good if you got a fear of heights wearing them. Kimberley biscuits. Don't think I've ever had them. What's a Kimberley biscuit? Sounds Australian. Can we find out what it is? What is it? Oh, Kimberley biscuits in Tesco. Boland's Kimberley biscuits. This American, is it? It's got an American badge at the top. So they marshmallowy type of thing. Made in Ireland. So why have I got an American flag at the top? Strange. Ah, right. Yeah, marshmallowy. Boland's Irish biscuits, variety 3-pack. Kimberley, jam, mallow and chocolate Kimberley. We need to stock them behind the bar, I think. We need to get them behind the bar. They look fabulosa. We'll get them in some Mawadi as well. Kimberley is like the ginger nut and then marshmallow in the middle. So it's ginger as well. Oh, go on. With the lipstick on, you look like a drag king. There's a club in Southport, the Amsterdam Club it was called. And there was a drag artist that used to work behind the bar occasionally as well. And I think he was about 6'5" anyway, in bare feet. And he used to wear massive heels. And the bar was down. You used to have to walk down steps to get behind the bar. There was a fight in there one night. Next thing you know, this drag queen came from behind the bar and then started walking up steps. And the higher they got up the steps, the taller they were. It was like a fucking basketball player turning up. Just walked into the middle of these two lads and went, "You fuck off that way, you fuck off that way." Not a single person got up to help. Not getting involved in this, he'll kill us. Massive. Jam with coconut. People think they're stale. A few of those on a Club Rock shandy. Again, is that a euphemism? Kirsty, you love the top ones off them, do you? We'll have to sort them out. We aren't going to have them in the bar. There's too much of a want for them not to have them. Mandy, you've had the jam mallows, but you'd like to try the Kimberleys. They've got them in Tesco, apparently. I'm going to have to look for them. It almost feels dirty, much more dirty when you're in. Kimberley, Mikado and coconut creams. Oof. I think the entire chat is horny for biscuits at the moment. If there is anyone out there who would like to sponsor the Bear's Paws, make sure it's food related, by the look of it. The local shops have got them as well, have they? Well, to be honest, the Tesco is my local shop because it's just down there, about 3/4 of a mile away. So I'm quite happy I can get down there and get some. Yep. I want biscuits. I think I've got Kinder Buenos. I've got some of them left. And I've got walnuts, obviously. Eating lots of nuts and seeds. Solidarity with the birds outside, like, you know what I mean? I haven't got any Jaffas in at the moment. Yes, Ali, you can jump out of that hot tub now. No worries. You can jump out of it. Get yourself sorted. All of the biscuits, all of them. Yeah, it looks like there's someone's laced one, haven't they? Slipped as a laced one. Of course, we do have got Maryland, haven't we? Maryland biscuits, which are probably got absolutely nothing to do with the States at all. It'll be somewhere in the UK, won't it? Just some random place over here. We'll use that name, it sounds good. Great minds, eh? Great minds, Jackie. Cup of tea and any Kimberleys in stock that we can share. That we can do. That we can do. There's also a track station in London called Maryland, is there? I did not know that. We've got Tunnock's caramel biscuits, Steve. They are absolutely fantastic stuff. I love them Tunnock's. The tea cakes and the caramel biscuits are lovely. Yeah, at the train station. Whatever biscuits you can find, it's just a biscuity night. But for now...
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
A little bit of Kipper's Corner. Here we go. Recording of legendary Stone Roses gig revealed. It is remembered as one of the legendary gigs in British music history, but the Stone Roses' full performance at Spike Island in 1990 was not thought to have been captured on film. However, a video recording of the entire concert, which took place in front of 28,000 legendary fans in Cheshire, has now come to light. Shot by a crew member who then stored the tape in a box for years. Martin Cornell's 3 hours of footage, which also includes the preparations and sound check, is set to be used in a documentary showing the event in all its glory for the first time. It should also settle a long-running debate about whether the gig really was the sublime high point of a heady musical era, or was in fact a disappointing night with dodgy sound. Nick said it was boss and shit at the same time. Lucky sod. Hoo-yah! He did, because he was there. I was there. May 1990, cost 14 quid, which seemed a lot at the time, but it wasn't really. It was a absolutely seminal moment in British music. It was an all-dayer. Frankie Bones from Brooklyn, New York was a DJ. There was a band with 3 bass players on at the same time. It was fantastic, I loved it. But the Roses that night, the sound wasn't good and they weren't fantastic. But the overall thing, we knew it was something big, it was something important. So, walked away from there absolutely buzzing, high as a kite, both. So it was, I know the Gallagher brothers were there as well, just there as fans. I don't even think they started the band at that point. But absolutely amazing. Man, do you want to settle for a double-decker? You don't settle for a double-decker. A double-decker is fantastic in its own right. Jackie wants nibbles. I had to read that twice. Kirsty, you didn't bring cookies, you brought joust instead. Just as cute, just as cute. Everyone always brings something to the table. You forgot that you had it sticking some chewing. Very nice. Are you dying of thirst? Thomas must be around somewhere. Maybe he's trying to get out of his scuba suit. Maybe you did wear him out. Poor old Tombola. Yeah, is it from the fridge? That's a good point. Things like that. A double decker straight from the fridge is going to be an absolute nightmare to try and work your way through. Absolute nightmare. But worth it. Yeah, one straight from the fridge is going to test your teeth and your patience, I would have thought. Are you going to put some sausage rolls in the frozen Greggs ones? Get on them, get on them. So this is pottering in the garden. Making the most of the light sunshine. It's not sunny. It's still so bright, it's mad. Mad thing, fam. Fridge double decker, yes please, yep. Maryland has trains, the metro, but no tube stations. More places should have trains in the States. It's perfectly set up for them. I know it's a nation of car drivers, but it's massive. Trains would be superb, and for people that don't really have a car or would like to do the whole country back and forward without having to worry about having a car, it'd be perfect. Bottom of the treat box. Double deckers are not bottom of anything, they're fantastic. Just waiting on it to cook, and Jinxie buys them as well. I like the little mini sausage rolls straight out of the oven, to the point where when you try and bite into them, it burns the mouth off you. That's how they should be at. I think we have some of them in the freezer. And you're going to swan dive into the hot tub. This we need to watch. And do you want a sausage roll now as well? We're no good on this, are we, at all? The power of suggestion means that everyone... This would be no good as a fat club. As soon as anyone mentions something, oh, I'd love one of them right now. I'd love one of them. Get behind the bar. Ali, you love your chocolate room temperature. Sort of like red wine. Your sweet peas are getting unruly. Are they bringing all the boys to the yard though? That's what you need to find out. We know all about Maryland trains, thanks to a certain someone. Yes, we do. You do like a tidy garden. Always good to keep the lawn looking neat. Yeah, you do need some pruners. Be careful where you prune. Like some sweet peas as well, very nice. You forgot to plant yours out, Mandy, and your tomato plants are flowering indoors as well. Is it too late to do that, or can they still go out? I'm not a huge flowery kind of guy, obviously. Or even foodie planties either. But I like them. Sounds like there was geese kicking off outside then. You're on version 2.0 with the tomato plants. Too early this year and the first got caught by the bad weather. Sunflowers are ruined too. Easily done. We had daffodils that were flowering out the back for one day only. They looked stunning, and then it got cold that night and they just died. This happens every single year without fail. Daffodils are just thick as shit. Should be just as good. Ginger's crossed, yep. Steve, your dad puts tomato plants in hanging baskets. I bet you that works fantastic, that, doesn't it? I know my granddad used to have them in his greenhouse on his allotment. Just can't beat proper, your homegrown tomatoes. Taste like tomatoes. As soon as you've eaten them, the ones that you buy in the supermarket just don't. They're fucking karaoke tomatoes, aren't they? The ones that you get from Tesco. Jinxie's got apples, strawberries, blueberries and rhubarb. Oh, very nice. And exceptionally green fingers by the sound of it. You can go out, or you'll have to get your old electric toothbrush out to jiggle them. There's something you're not telling us here, Mandy. You give up on tomatoes, there's always too many of them. You don't make them into things like chili sauces and what have you. Or is there only so much of that stuff that you can have before it's just balls to it? It's getting chucked. Ali, you don't like rhubarb? I like rhubarb. Rhubarb crumble, that's a proper old school, literal old school meal. Hanging strawberry baskets, I bet you the flowers look really great as well, don't they? Yep, want to see you wiggle it just a little bit. Jinxie, you love the garden. Of course you do. That's where you bury the people that annoy you during the week, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Go on, isn't it? Tell us straight, you know it is. If you annoy me, you will end up underneath the rockery. Kirsty, you don't like rhubarb either. Rhubarb and goosecogs. Very nice. You jiggle the flowers to pollinate. Electric toothbrush works a treat. Alright. So if that, like, I suppose that's just taking the place of an insect that would be in there, smashing it a little bit to let the pollen come out. But instead of it landing on a bee or something, it lands just where it lands. You'd have to say the plants would die if you had any of them. So you're not green-fingered. It's like you started to grow rhubarb about 25 years ago because the price of it used to be £1 a stalk. What? That sounds expensive now. Back then that must have been astronomical. Much better if you make them yourself. Steve, it does sound more like the birds and bees, that one, doesn't it, rather than anything horticultural. You remember acquiring goosecogs and crabapple donkeys years ago? Do a lot of these things still exist, or do we remember them from the 70s and our childhood? You have an industrial shredder for bad people. Remind me not to tell you the next time I'm in Northern Ireland, because I don't want to be in that. Your strawberries will have to do their own thing, and they're like, this doesn't rhyme. So unless you've got asparagus growing, ooh. Now you're talking, now you're talking. Heavy asparagus, isn't it? I mean, how expensive it is for how small it is. How are your tips? Are your tips alright? Speaking of which, drinks on Angie for absolutely everybody. Fantastic. Left it uncut and it's taller than you. It grows like a fern. I did not know that. Yes, Thomas is very posh. Very posh. He speaks correctly and everything. Well, to be fair, he is from the oblong of dreams. Gooseberries is a really good word. Double for jinxy, alright. Yep, it does make your pee stink. It does. Tastes nice, but it does. I think there's a few things like that, isn't there? Bizarrely. How can that possibly be a side effect of eating something? Eating asparagus and your piss stinks. What? Jinxie, you're never that close to it. Come on, you must have peed on a wall. See how high you could piss. We've all done it. Even if you have to do a handstand to try and match us, you know, we've all done it. I thought I was going to sneeze then, but I didn't. Remember to mute the mic before you sneeze, you absolute half-wit. Yep, you pee. Yep. I think all males do this at some point in their life, normally when they're about 5 or 6. See you can pee highest up the wall. Notice when cleaning up. Mandy, you haven't missed Horace yet. In fact, now that you've mentioned it, why don't we look at him now? Oh, good old Horace. He's getting involved as well. He's had a busy week as Horace, hasn't he? Thinking he's some kind of trip-hop superstar. He'll be moving to Bristol soon. Jinxie's watered plenty of bushes. Of that I have no doubt whatsoever. Do you have a ping pong ball in your toilet? What? Hey, what? Table 10 piss. Horace loves it. Loves it. Loves the music. I'm surprised how easy it is to make that music, by the way. One the other day took me 1 hour and 30 years to make. Because I wrote the lyrics 30 years ago, and then the whole song and video took me in less than an hour. Isn't that scary? An entire song in less than an hour, including video, uploaded. But a lot of the music stuff I'm doing at the moment is purely to try and learn techniques on how to do things. So if you can't be arsed with it, just don't watch it. But it is there to. It's just helping me, I think, at the moment. I'm trying to learn some new techniques for things going forward. There's a pong in your toilet. That's how the boys in your family are taught to aim. Is that why there's so many Irish fellas called Eamon? Aiming through. Aiming for a ping pong ball. Not surprised after the asparagus, yet. As you get older, the pressure drops. It does. And it drops when you're least expecting it. When you think everything's going fine, next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Disappear. Right, who's up next? Sterling effort from Thomas behind the bar. Who's going to do the next shift? Who's up next? Ali, where are you? There you go. Ali is now soiving. Good stuff, good stuff. Stand closer. Or treat yourself to a miss piss. Have a sit down. Yep. A nice sit down wait, a miss piss. which is something I had to do for the first, how many weeks after I got home? I know it's probably too much information, but yeah, I had to sit down to pee when I got home from the hospital. And the first couple of times when I tried to stand up and do it, I pissed all over myself. Just because stroke, know what I mean? What's your pleasure, everyone? Ali, is that drinks or are we back into the hot tub? Got to ask these things. There you go, you see. It would have been alright, but having to wear the 6-inch heels took a bit of getting used to. Whatever they want. Jinxie juice for Jinxie, of course. TMI, of course, but this is something to, just let people know. When you are ill, these are the side effects that you can have. And pissing all over yourself is one of them, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not ringing the bell. Sod it. To hell with the consequences. What flavour is Jinxie juice? Sorry, I had to read that twice there. Yeah, that's normal for a lot of people who stroke. It's people who have a stroke is different, isn't it? A glass of Coke for our guest. A raspberry. Oh, it's raspberry, is it? Jinxie juice is raspberry. Jinxie juice sounds salty. Depends if you've been eating asparagus or not. Disgusting behaviour. I've had raspberries in ages. I love raspberries. I need to get some this week, I think, and eat them. Went through a stage of buying them and then remembering I've got them, and then when I looked at them, they were almost alcohol because they've been there for ages. Well, not ages, about 2 or 3 days, which is enough for them to turn into alcohol. No es bueno, man. There you go. Bacon fries, which are on the card. Kimberley biscuits, a double decker from the fridge, and one of the Erdingers. And deliver them to the hot tub with Angie. There you go. Definitely on them. Yeah, raspberry, stick a vodka in it and Mandy will try it. Which will be written on your gravestone, won't it? Stick a vodka in it, I'll try it. Need to charge the phone. Where is the charger? Kirsty, look for Joust and you'll find it, as always. Yeah, another shift or two and you won't even realise you're wearing them. Be second nature. You'd be moonwalking and all kinds with them. Do you get Jinxie juice from Claggy Flaps? Only if you rub hard enough. Oh, I say. Hang on. Oh, sir. You bought a 6-pack of bacon fries and scampi fries in B&M the other day. The bacon fries were gone in a day. Of course. If you've got them, they don't last long. I forgot to get some as well. I meant to get some. Every time I go into Tesco, I think to myself, I need to get something, and I can't remember what it is, and it's always something like that. The wire chewing cat. There plenty of cats must love stuff like that. Not just Joust, loads of them must love it. We have got all carry on, haven't we, Steve? We have. There you go. Moorish is real. Very Moorish. It is. That's exactly why you chill out with us, because why else would you? We're fabulous. Try writing a note. Good idea. Hang on. Done. I have written a note. Sod off, Jinxie. I will. I remember. I remember to write one. Someone having a party out there. This is weird, because when I went out this morning, I left the house just after 4 o'clock. I could hear loads of people, as if there was like a party going on, 4 o'clock in the morning. Jinxie, can you be excused? You need a miss piss. Go on. You can, go on. A real good sit down wee. Help yourself to a sit down wee. You'll be grand. Well, that was non-alcoholic, and it just took me 2 hours to drink it. I must be getting better. I'm still not missing drinking, by the way. Apart from when I do. Fucking hell. Oh. Still so hot. That's the tea, not me, by the way. Oh my god, it's still so hot. Oh, Mandy, you're trying to get the barbecue going, are you? You need a hot dog. Oh, sorry, there you go, Bear Grylls. Get the barbecue sorted out. Steve wants a 4-fingered Kit Kat. Is that the chocolate bar, or is this again another euphemism? This should all be 4-fingered, shouldn't it, Kit Kats? Never mind this 2-finger shite. No. It's got to be 4, isn't it? Ali has 5. But can you fit them all in at once? Yeah, they aren't ready, they're not burnt yet. They have to be burnt yet. It's got to be frozen in the middle and burned on the outside to be proper full-on pub barbecue fare. And definitely not the same now the foil and paper wrapper have gone. Yeah, a plastic shite's nowhere near the same. Old school. Much better. Stop changing things all the time, man. What was I looking for? Just seeing where something is on the stream deck. Change the chocolate as well, not good. It's always the bleeding same, isn't it? Penny pinching. Try and save a few quid and then ruin. You ruin it, so then the people want to start, or do other people continue buying it, or are they just going to stop completely? At which point you say, well, people have gone off it. Of course they've gone off it because keep fucking round with it. Leave it the way it is and it'll still sell. Half-wits. Some nice chucky emojis there, Ali. Nice chucky emojis going on. Plastic wrappers that don't go anywhere of your bins. Oh, man. Mandy, take a deep breath. Deep breath, you're okay. Do we need an intervention? Do you want to talk about this? Are bin men going to start going missing in North Wales to turn up 30 years later under patios everywhere? Go on, you bin wagon driving bastard, yeah. Thomas, hop in, the water is lovely. You will be like a prune afterwards. Absolutely. Oh, man. Definitely something going on out there, Definitely something going on. There's no sausage roll emoji. Is that right up there with first world problems? There should be a UK pack, shouldn't there, for emojis with things like that? A sausage roll emoji, a Greg's sign, a bank holiday. It needs to be a bank holiday emoji as well. You just want the old bins back. You never know. If it doesn't work, you might get them back. And you want a hard, stiff one. There you go. A little bit of sausage. A sausage to go with your coffee. By Christmas you forget all about him, which of course, Mandy, is about 3 weeks away. As we said earlier on, Christmas is about 3 weeks away. And you think I'm joking? I'll remind you of this in about 3 weeks' time when it's snowing, it's freezing cold. Where's the autumn gone to? It flew by, man. Can you ask who uses a spoon to scrape off the yoghurt from the top of a lid? Who goes in with the tongue? It's got to be tongue, hasn't it? Tongue in. Thomas has the hard, stiff part. Oh, so. Another couple of minutes for the sausage rolls. Then they are ready. Snow, that's just something it is. As you know full well, we can have on any given day snow, heat waves, rain, fog, mist, and other versions of that. It's ridiculous. Not many other places like this. How do you pack? Are you going somewhere for a day out? Well, I need me swimming costume. I need Factor 50 sun cream, a sou'wester, me wellies. Just absolutely everything. Bring the entire house. That's why people go caravanning, because you can bring the entire house with you. Mandy, you use the spoon. Oh, you spoil sport. It's good training for you. Yogurting without a spoon. Jinxie does too, and then finishes with the tongue for that nice poetic little flourish at the end. Start off with the hand and finish with the tongue. Jinxie's motto. Yep, always the tongue. Drink yogurts as well. Just, there you go. Kirsty, tongue, yep. Angie, always in with the tongue. If anyone's watching this on on replay, leave a comment. When you have your yoghurt, do you go in with the spoon on the lid, or do you use your tongue? Just put in spoon or tongue. Thomas, you will think about us next time you have your next munch bunch or petit falou. It's always the tongue. Does the same thing go for a Shambosi real hippopotamus? Proper 70s one. With any consolation, you eat the yoghurt using the twirl. Gives the twirl there, girl. Fair enough. I can settle for that because that's a nice little kinky twist on it. What's it like with a frozen or very, very heavily chilled double-decker? Yoghurt and double-decker, does that work? I haven't had a yoghurt in ages. That's when I was Greek yoghurt. I do like that. I went to a Greek restaurant the other day. The food wasn't good, but smashing plates. That's a free-form jazz approach to eating yoghurt, that, isn't it? What can I do that can zhuzh this up? By the way, how do you spell zhuzh? Does anyone know? There is a way, isn't there? Is it Z-J-U-S or something, or Z-J-U-Z-S-J? I don't know, zhuzh. How the fuck can it be a word, but we can't spell it? Double-decker covered in yoghurt would look rude. It would. It would look very, very unsavoury. Sausage rolls are done. Fantastic. Lash them on a plate, Kirsty. Everyone get wired in. Get them while they're hot. Jinxie's seen that one. When you say seen, acted, different thing. Zhuzh, there you go. Mad, isn't it? Which, I don't know, zhuzh, it sounds like it's, or it looks as though it's the Kazakh word for supermarket. I just been to zhuzh, or shoe. It's like shoe, isn't it? A Kazakh shoe shop. Zhuzh. I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm talking about here now. Kirsty knows her way to a man's heart. She does. Sausage rolls will always get you half in. Starred, of course. Jinxie, of course. Which reminds me, did you sign those DVDs I sent? I'm not sticking them on eBay, honest. I'm fucking starving now. On a Sunday. Shouldn't talk about food on a Sunday night. Can't even really nip out and get anything. I don't want to go to the Mackies because, you know, obviously. I'm talking shite. That's my whole raison d'etre. Helen says good night. Our Norfolk correspondent. Good night, Helen. Sweet dreams, La. Have a good one. Sausage rolls, yeah, another thing changed. You don't want them zhuzhed up. A zhuzhed up hog roast roll. You want to say a sausage roll. Just plain and simple. Although they do have the Dutch ones, sausage brood. Oh man. Are slightly more, I don't want to say spicy, but there's more in the sausage, in the meat. There's a bit more in it. It tastes so nice. We don't have them here. We don't have them. Man, you don't like the sausage roll pastry, so you peel it off and stick the sausage in a bap. That sounds a little bit serial killerish, to be honest with you, Mandy. Would explain why all the bin men go missing round your way. Jinxie's eating fresh fruit in a bowl with strawberry yoghurt. Did you lick the lid? Yeah, it sounds like a sausage butty with an extra unnecessary step. It does. Just make a sausage butty. Unless you're doing it deliberately so you can give the pastry to the birds. At which point, you know, we might forgive you. We might forgive you. The pastry's always nice unless they go cold and a little bit horrible then, but fresh out the oven, fantastic. Yeah, we can all agree brown sauce on sausages, red sauce on bacon. Yeah, although I used to have brown sauce on bacon as well. Not that I eat them very much these days. Not a big bacon eater these days because the amount of salt that's in it. Sausage roll sausage is different to regular sausage. It is. I like what me nan used to make, which she used to call bean pie, which is just sausage meat in a casserole dish, layer of sausage meat, tin of beans on top of that, and then mashed potato over the top, and then put in the oven. Proper Pavo's meal, but even to this day, I love it. Love it. So filling. Sausage roll butties are nice too. Can someone else man the bar? Ali's on a call. No worries, I will jump behind quickly. Steve, you can interchange your sauces. That's a proper way of looking at it. For whatever mood takes you. Sometimes you want to wear a pair of trainees, sometimes you want to wear a pair of boots. I can only assume Ali's call is on the 0898 number. She's got to make bank. Oh, man. Kirsty's lashing the drinks out left, right and centre. Fantastic. Love to see it. Love to see it. I think I'm getting away with a hat tonight, aren't I? Even though I do look like a jazz saxophonist. I think I'm carrying it off tonight. I wasn't sure I would. I'm pleased with that though. Yeah, the mood Ali's in tonight, she would make a fortune on those 0898 calls. Cheers. Especially with the Irish accent as well. Very popular, the Irish accent. Mandy's been known to make a baguette with brown, red and mayo sections. Oh. What's on the baguette? We're still talking about sausage, or is there something else on it? It's just like a savoury Neapolitan. Good Neapolitan ice cream. You've got chocolate, strawberry and vanilla, haven't you? Which is sort of brown, red and mayo-y. Jinxie, you never noticed the hat. Is that because you're looking too deep into my eyes because they're like chipped ice? Your eyes are like chipped ice. You do like tomato and mayo mixed. It's pretty much Marie Rose sauce, isn't it? That so It works well, it genuinely does. You went to see a Samuel Beckett play yesterday in the Toxteth Reservoir. A hell of a place to go, that. Irish actors performing the radio play, wonderful voices. There's something about the Irish voice, the Irish accent. Lends itself very well to poetry. Usually ham and cheese, lettuce, tomato and onion. You could rebadge that then as a Neapolitan baguette. Do you know what? I'd scran that now. I'd genuinely scran that right now. I could do with a fat scran. Scottish accent as well, definitely. I know loads of Scottish people. Some have got accents as thick as blood-soaked broken glass, and some sound really. Loads from Glasgow and loads from like Edinburgh, posh people from Edinburgh, with that really, really high-class accent. I prefer the Glasgow one myself, to be honest with you. A bit more Billy Connolly, a bit more down to earth. But yeah, Scottish accents are great. The Newcastle one people love, especially people who run call centres, because it's supposed to be a well-received one. And I've got loads of mates from Newcastle. Some of their accents are not great, to be honest, but some are absolutely outstanding. But I think that's the same everywhere you go. The Scouse accents that sound like coffee machines, and there's others that sound really, really good. So this, I think, works everywhere. Same Welsh and Birmingham always get bad rep for their accents. Welsh sound fucking stupid and slow when have you in Birmingham. It's not how their accents sound, not how the voices sound. You might hear one or two people like that. Why think everyone's the same? Everywhere in the country will have bad accents, bad versions of an accent. There are loads of really good Brummie accents which are dead nice and mellow and sing-song. And I do like a Welsh accent as well, I must admit. Balls to them, balls to them. You'd hit the 0898 number to hear them again. Put that on the tour poster. The Glasgow accent's lovely, it is. We had a good Scottish gentleman and his good lady wife that used to come in the pub, and his nickname was Tunsey. A really, really nice, mellow Scottish accent. He'd be drinking pints and she'd be on like gin and tonic or something. They'd have 3 or 4 of them, and then the last orders, they'd go on shorts, just a whiskey or something each. His was always a double Jameson, Tunsey Ice, so his nickname was Tunsey after that. The way he said it was such a lovely voice. I like that. Yorkshire accents as well. Some Yorkshire accents just are horrific, but some are absolutely lovely. Again, this works across every accent in the country. Some of them that you hear will sound great, and some will sound bloody awful. Don't pigeonhole people. Yep. Yorkshire, wrong side at Pennines. The Pennines would look good on a t-shirt, wouldn't they? I've sold one of them already. Within half an hour of putting that up on the listing. I'm pleased with that. I love the way it come out. Unknown Pennines. I'm always pleased when something I've seen in my head, genuinely seen that in my head and thought, is it possible to make that, and then accidentally stumbled across how to do it one day, and it come out looking fantastic. So I'm pleased with that. But I still need to go and sort that out with them. Why can't our Irish brethren order from you? What is wrong with the website, you half-wits? Yet nobody really knows the Norfolk accent. We don't. Well, unless you're from there and you know it inside out. The rest of the country doesn't really know it. It's mad. Yeah, I don't think it's just Norfolk either. I'm sure there's entire places within the UK and nobody knows really how they talk. I think as well there's a part of that might be for the fact that just below Birmingham-ish, just below Birmingham, to the south coast, from, I don't know, Essex, maybe even parts of Suffolk, all the way across to South Wales, there's an entire band of the UK that speak with the same accent, which sounds vaguely sort of Cockney-ish, a poshed up Cockney. It's just bizarre. You have people from all over. I mean, genuinely from one side of the country to the other, and then from Birminghamish down to Brighton, and they all sound virtually the same. A generic accent, a sort of generic university accent has taken over. It's mad. Yeah, Ali said it was a special offer. Only a sixer per minute. Yeah, part of the London accent can be horrible. And then some of it can sound great. Again, this just happens across the country. Absolutely everywhere is the same. We need more Norfolk accents out there, genuine Norfolk accents out there, definitely. Thomas, you like the West Midlands accent? I do as well. My mate, the Radish, is from Birmingham, as is his his ex-good lady who lives round the corner from us. She's the one I was talking about earlier. Who makes great food. All right, mate. Just nothing wrong with that at all when he talks to us. That's how we called him, the Radish. Will you stop calling me a radish wine? Ali, what have you missed? All kinds of stuff, accents. Steve, your family from Kent call themselves the posh Cockneys. It is that. Oh, Thomas, Ali give you a special one. It is, isn't it? It's the uni voice. It's took over, and it's weird because for me, Cardiff used to have a proper South Wales accent. I'm sure I've heard it in Suffolk as well. There's actually a car dealer from Ipswich that sounds a little bit East Anglia, but mainly more like his family were from Essex or something. But it's that uni voice, and it just seems to be taking over. A lot of it, I always thought, seemed to come from Reading, and then seems to have seeped its way around. It's mad. Just sort of generic southern. Bizarro. Muy bizarro. Dwayne Eddy's there for Kirsty. Cheaper twice the price. Yeah, our Ali's priceless. Unique and priceless. And provides a fantastic service. Oh, man. That is a lovely cup of tea. Right, it's going dark out there now. People in Norwich try and sound like from down south. Maybe this is the reason why. People from, I don't know, places that don't necessarily have the same kind of pull as some of the bigger cities do try and sound like they're from that city. Or the nearest one they can get to. And there's plenty of people from not even Merseyside, surrounding areas outside of Merseyside, who speak with the most stupidly forced Liverpool accents they can, and you can tell them a mile off. Why are you doing that? Speak with your own voice. You don't need to pretend to come from here. It'll be the same. Manchester will have the same. Newcastle, I've definitely heard them up there. People who come from parts of South Durham, speaking like they're fucking Jimmy Nail or something. What are you doing that for? You're closer to York than you are to Newcastle. Behave yourself. You dated a girl from Bournemouth who studied at Reading a long time ago, utterly indistinct accent. If you had a million jabs at it, you couldn't find out where she's from. Not that I'm saying you had a million jabs at it. I mean, what I mean is, obviously, you could guess as many times as you like. You wouldn't know. Any bats in the garden? Baseball bats, cricket bats. I'm not sure we have any in our garden, but there's definitely, you see them flying about. There's where I live here, next with the last house, so we're fully detached. All the other houses are semi-detached until you get to here because the green is there. It's just us, so it's nice and quiet. Very, very lucky. But you can hear them. Go out into the garden, you can hear them flapping about the trees. And then if you go out into the front, the same thing. You see them zooming under the lights, heading towards the green, which is very dark of a night. Very dark, very dark. You're a vampire some days. Sorry, some nights. You like to drink the blood. Or is it you counting? When you count, like 1, that's the count, isn't it, the vampire? Even though he is a vampire. You want to suck your blood. Mandy, you have an utterly indistinct accent. Now we don't know, so you could have any voice. You could speak like a docker, we don't know. A zocker. Never mind a million jabs at the Bournemouth girl. Reminds you of the girl you dated in Cork. Got nowhere with her. Yeah, you can take the girl out of Cork. Do you like talking about Cork? A lovely place, Cork. Chance of a swift half. Oh, hang on. Ali, have you been on for ages now? How are you doing, Louise? How's things? How's the kitchen? How is the kitchen? Kirsty, you've been told by multiple people that you are a vampire. Nah. You're not a vampire, are you? You can see yourself in the mirror and everything. I wonder if I could get an infrared camera. I think you can, can't you, for your phone? Or there's a mod that you put in it. I might try and catch the bats if I can do that. Get an infrared and catch the bats. Yeah, could be called a lot worse. You do play the part well. Very goth. Moat's gone, drains are in, skips filling up nicely. Fantastic stuff. Getting there, definitely getting there. That's good to see. Hopefully soon, Louise, all this will be just a dream behind you. Everything will be fantastic. Great Cork accent. Thank you, Ali. I do try. I do put the effort in. I used to be so much better at accents. So much better. I will get there. I'm a bit like Tingo, aren't I? What's his name? Edwin Collins. He had what did he have? He had something to do with his brain as well, didn't he? And he struggled to come back and play guitar and sing. And you can tell. It doesn't sound the way he used to, but at least he's back and singing, so maybe one of these days my voice will come back, my accents will come back, the impressions will, and I'll be able to sing again. As Jed is my witless, I will sing again. Kirsty, you had a bat fly into your bedroom. That was an unexpected situation. It did fly back out as well. Did you summon it? That's the whole thing now. Did it just randomly fly in, or were you playing on the floor with a pentacle? Pentagram? Pentacle? What the fuck hell is it? It's one of them, isn't it? Yes, I think my arse would go if that came into the house. There's something about it, creatures of the night, which is just, I don't know. Is it so many horror films that we've watched over the years that makes us think, I don't like them? They're evil. They're probably not evil at all, are they, bats? They're just bats. Bats are bats. It was boiling hot in the middle of summer, even at night, so we had the top of the window, right, window down, so then he got in. Bats are cute, yeah. Oh, Steve, I seen that today, Rob Burrow, poor Al Beep Beep. What an absolutely amazing player he was. And I know, having MND, it was bound to happen, but even so, that was horrible seeing that today. I'm just glad that the last few years that he pretty much spent every minute of it with a smile on his face, no matter how bad things go. And that's his great mate, Kevin Sinfield, has just gone above and beyond, and they've made a lot of money for the MND research. Hopefully some good will come from it. Horrific disease, that. You need the big strong arms to change the whiskey. Angie's back. The storm's going on. Oof. Be careful. Bats are cute. Apart from the vampire bats, they are truly evil. Just when you see them in the caves, people filming them and there's blood pouring off them and all kinds of little bastard lunatics. And you've got bats in the belfry. The windows are jammed. Yep. You can borrow anything. Oh, you might need your other tool later. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Is the whiskey still in the cellar, is it? Because we can go there. It's very clean in the cellar at the moment, isn't it? I like that. It's been looked after. Cleanest cellar I've ever been in, that one. We always used to have in one corner one massive big cobweb. Always leave a cobweb in there because the spiders will eat the fruit flies, or also have a toad or a frog in there and look after it. Again, they eat fruit flies and beer flies. Anywhere where you've got something, beer or any spilled liquids in the cellar, man, flies everywhere, and those things look after them. Just keeping the rats at bay. That's part of the reason why I said this the other week. We haven't seen any rodents here after living here for 17 years. It's because there's about 15 cats that live in the area that are constantly flying around. Anything else that would even try and live around here, they're having no truck whatsoever. Yes, she may also need your snorkel later, Thomas. Time flies like an arrow and fruit flies like a banana. Gotta be gentle. Be gentle. Always be gentle. Oh man. My Silla's giving me jip now. That's not good, is it? Fucking hell. That's what happens every time I have a stretch or I get tired. My hand starts going and my leg starts going as well. You'd swear if you walked in and seen me you thought I'd be having a fit or something, and I'm not. It's just tremors. No es bueno, men, as they say in Japan. Now a purr, that's a lot more gentle than a grrr, isn't it? A prr to a grrr. Found out that you can buy flour that's made out of bananas. Banana flour? What? What do you make out of that? Is that how you make banana bread? I'll start cleaning up soon, but yeah. I've been like this all day, to be honest, Steve, because I've had a late night. I've been tired all week. Look at that. How bad's that? But, to be honest with you, what that is as well, I think, is the nerves are fixing themselves, so occasionally they do go a little bit weird. So I'm taking it as a good sign. A couple of years ago, 18 months ago, I couldn't feel anything, so that's a good sign, I think. But it can make you look like you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Very dodgy at times. Make sure it doesn't happen in the car while you're in the car park, otherwise people will think they're in the Paul's car park. Yeah, super banana bread. There must be all kinds of stuff that we don't know about. I mean, there was that thing, wasn't there? The yellow pea spaghetti, pasta made out of yellow peas and things. I mean, it's mad. All okay now. Not 100%, nowhere near 100%, but getting there. But it's things like that. It's altered sensation, where I've got hypersensitivity and numbness in the same leg, the same arm. It's mad. For gluten-free products, alright, so you can put it in bread and milkshakes and that. If you stick those dry banana crisp things in a blender. Oh, Steve, you're off, mate. Good night, good dude. Always nice to see you. Cheers, bud, and we'll see you on... Probably see you at some point during the week. I'll jump on and do a bird cam or a ninja stream. You know what I'm like. I'm such a watch time whore. You big strong tool. Also high in fibre, of course, yeah, of course. Which we all need. I bet you there's loads of things out there that's really, really healthy for us. Although I can't find a single thing, not a single food group, which is even close to being healthy, it seems. Every single thing that you eat has got something that's not good for you. It's mad. With a big strong tool, yes. Slightly different. A different vibe, that one, Ali. Slightly different vibe. Yeah, banana flour. How did you find that? Was that in the shop, or was this like one of those rabbit holes you fell down? What types of flour are there? I wonder if I ever had anything with that in it. My mate must know about that. She's a celiac, so can't have anything with gluten in it. You want to clean up the kitchen? Last chance for snacks? No worries. Louise, if you cut out everything out of your diet that you're not supposed to eat, you could only eat green peas. All we are saying is give peas a chance. Oh man, it's mad, isn't it? Literally, can't eat that. Why not? Because this. It's supposed to be healthy for you. That seems to be everything I was eating recently. Can't have too much of that. When I understand too much of something, but you can't have any of that because it's bad for you. What? And again, like Mandy said earlier on, something that's good for you this week will be bad for you in 2 weeks' time. And it'll just continue to fucking roll and roll and roll. Right, it was a Kuchen channel on YouTube showing the latest trends Did you have a kookboek? Can you have a look at the kookboek? I'll put the kookboek in the nook. And you're hungry now. Got to make something yummy for dinner. Something filling. Defo. Food trends, alright. Cheese and ham toasty for our Monday. Do you want your Neapolitan sauces to go on it as well? What other snacks are we having? I don't even know what would I want? I am Hank, like I am Pierre Hank. Tom Arthur, blow out the candles. Naturellement. Also do a bunch of other food related things as well. It's always nice to learn something, I think, and no matter what area it is. If you learn something, education no matter, it's always good. You can never know too many things. Ali is, he's looking after you. He's a good one, is our Thomas. And if you need anything from the cleaner's cupboard, got you covered. I filled it up. There you go. Buckets, mops, everything in there. We are sorted. Proper toasties, of course, yeah, made in a Breville, so the steam burns you when you bite into it. Always good if you put tomato, cheese and tomato on a Breville, because that way, as soon as you bite into it, it is hotter than a McDonald's apple pie. That's how bad things are. Cooking battles. Nice. Yeah, Ali made sure it was fully stocked for you. At some point, with any kind of luck, if I can get my brain to work, the entire pub will be available for us to peruse. I would love to see that. No tomato. It's evil. It's evil. If you don't like the tomatoes, think yourself lucky, because if you have a Breville, a toasty with one of them on, cheese with tomato, it is the hottest thing on earth. Tomatoes get hotter than anything. It's mad. They've melted a bit on the bar and the tables. You have to help, yep. Do you need waxing? Need waxing off? Be careful. Could be painful. So I'll tell you what else is really stupidly hot in one of those. Someone used to have baked bean toasties. Fucking mad. Channel's called Sorted Food. Right, we'll have to check that out, aren't we? Burnt chim slapped by boiled tomato skin. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And it is slapped because that's the sound it makes, isn't it? Right in there. Burnt lip, burnt chin. And when you try and do it and pull it off, it starts coming from your stomach upwards. What? Wax on, wax off. Yep. Mr. Miyagi style. I haven't had a toasty in years. We have, like every other UK family, we have got a Breville which has been used 4 or 5 times and then put in the darkest recesses of the kitchen cupboards. And when you occasionally get it out after it's been there for 4 years, you think, oh shit, yeah, we've got a Breville. You make Brevilles for 3 days, then you put it away and it's never seen again for another fucking decade. Cheese and bean toasties with brown sauce. Mandy's going off on a kink here now. Careful now. Down with this sort of thing. In the kitchen and behind the bar floor, yep. Toasty makers, wonderful things and impossible to clean, they are, aren't they? Got a deep-filled sandwich toaster. Deep-filled. That with cheese and tomato, deep-filled, will burn the face off an entire squadron. Really depressing that the Karate Kid is 62. Is he? Jeez. Ralph Macchio, 62. It's more depressing than I'm 51, to be honest with you. But yeah, how can he be 62? Well, obviously I know how he can be 62. He was born 62 fucking years ago, you half-wit. Absolute helmet. Is it wet, Ali? Is it? Andrew, you're going to make a yummy steak and mashed potato. There you go. That'll fill you up. Quick wipe with the kitchen towel while it's still hot. Juan sheet does plenty, don't forget. Don't forget to turn off the hot tub. Do you know what? That is perfect storm weathering fare. Get it sorted. Get it in you. Get chilled. Ah. Only ever when you're near. Why does my phone keep going badooga, badooga, badooga? Just zoom me head in there. Well, I'm surprised I've got through this tonight because my throat was absolutely goosed earlier on. Like proper goosed. And I've managed to get through alright. Without too much hassle. Oh, hang on. No, never mind that. Just fucking work, will you? Fucking work. Just gotta check something. Reds Wharf, 1 o'clock. Reds Wharf, 1 o'clock. Right, bathrooms are done. Just did a quick walkthrough. Thank you, Ali, as always. Muy fantastico. You're a star. Maybe some garlic butter broccoli. That'll sort you out. Have you that like innit? Another 4 minutes. Round off 3 hours. That's the plan, I think, and then I'll call it a day or a night because I need to go and pay for my dad's. He's been over the bridge today at Widnes, so I need to go and pay that for him because otherwise he's fucking panicking. It's got to be done within 24 hours. When do you get back? 7 o'clock. Right, we've got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Did the toilets smell of asparagus, Ali? Did they? We need to know these things. Love the steak with chips. Yes. Sexton Blake with jockey's whips, as the R70s we used to say. Where's the rubbish for the bins? Yes. Don't mention the bins. I mentioned them once, but I think I got away with it. Ali, you sprayed before you went in. It's already out. Fantastic. If you can get the bins sorted before Mandy notices, then it'll be all the better for it. Less bin men in North Wales will go missing as a result. Your missus has been fined twice for forgetting to pay the new Runcorn Bridge toll. I think I get mine free, but I need to put a little thing on the windscreen. A little barcodey thing. Because I've got my Raspberry badge, I can go over there free of charge. It's been really handy having that. I haven't been over it once yet. Just driving to the bridge would be at the limits of my ability at the moment, never mind anything else. Yeah, thank goodness the greatest of all North Wales bin men didn't go missing. The wonderful, the unique, the marvellous Mr. Neville Southall. The greatest of all time. I've never seen anyone better. He am the man. Well, according to all sources, the street's the place to go. What? It's raining, man. Hallelujah. That is over 3 hours, that now. It's 3 hours and a minute, to be honest with you. Haven't we done fantastic? Didn't we do well? The roadway around the new bridge is seriously hard work. I really haven't done it. Is the old one reopened again? The proper old Runcorn Bridge? I'd rather go over there. I know where I'm going on that one. Although, coming from where I'm coming from, probably the tunnel's probably the best way, but I'd have to pay for that. And I'm a Dorange, so fuck it anyway. Yeah, so good night to everyone. Is what we should be saying, really, isn't it? Thank you all very much, as always. I've enjoyed this. I needed this tonight. It's been one of them days and I needed this. Thank you all very much. I will try and set up Wednesday's one as soon as possible. Because I need to. Last time was such a ball ache. I left it too bloody late. Single carriageway now, is it? With a cycle lane. What? Yes. We will see you soon. Cheers and that, like, you know what I mean? We should try and be on time next time. No problem. It's just nice seeing you, as always. I know you've got 1,000,001 things on at the moment. So, if you can turn up. If you can't, you can't. No big deal. Don't worry about that. Anyway, night, and... You start making your way outside now, folks, please. Come on, let your feet hit the street. Do your talking while you're walking. It's a pub, not a club. So what, mate? Change for the condom machine. Go and see the lad behind the bar. You better be quick as well. No, know what I mean, getting your change. No. Just go and sort it out, lad. And that's that. Hoo-yah!